please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Petrol and diesel prices are hitting record highs, especially in the city of Mumbai. Petrol has crossed, what, 86, 87 now to the litre.
That has caused me to walk back, take the road.
And that's taken you 1 hour? How long has that taken you?
No, I mean, 30 minutes flat.
30 minutes,
yeah.
okay.
Otherwise, on the road, it's like long. I mean, traffic is also a consideration, but that's not what we're discussing.
All right, but, you know, the government is, of course, taking a big chunk of this via the excise, etc., and the levies.
Yeah.
You've got some data on it.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, the point is you look at stocks like ONGC or, you know, Oil India, for example, and these stocks aren't really... Typically, if crude oil prices jump the way they have, it should actually reflect in these prices. I mean, it should reflect in the stock price of ONGC or, you know, Oil India for that matter, or a couple of others. But it isn't. And the reason for that is that there is a fear that the government may start to intervene. I mean, if you're paying 87 rupees a litre for petrol and 75 rupees a litre for diesel in Mumbai, which is essentially one of the highest anywhere in the country, you know, so at some point will the government start to come in? That's essentially the increase we've seen from the beginning of April. I mean, F519, we've seen 8 and 11% increase in the price of petrol and diesel just this year so far. You know, but the point is, if the government intervenes, in what form? I mean, either... of course, markets would like hands-off kind of policy, but you look at stock prices and that's not what the expectation really is. Or I mean, I think expectation is the government may not do anything, but there is also this fear that, you know, at 90, if it goes to 90, for example, there'd be a hue and cry. And can the government just sit back and say, well, this is market-driven, this is global oil and rupee, so we won't do anything? I think the fear is that they may not be able to do that. The second sort of option is that they ask oil marketing companies to subsidize. So, in a way, cap fuel prices at the pump and then later pay back these oil companies, which was the regime we had before deregulation. Or else the government cuts excise. So either way they would lose. You cut excise, you lose revenue directly. I mean, for every 1 rupee cut, you lose about between 10 and 11,000 crores in revenue. If you cap fuel prices and later subsidize, you know, so directly or indirectly, the government will have to sort of find a way. If it's an excise cut, I don't think it affects oil marketing companies or upstream companies, but if it's the former, then it does have an impact. So I think we'll just have to wait and see what the government does, but it's a tough kind of spot that the government finds itself in. Many would argue and say that the time to act actually was when you had a bit of a lull in oil prices, or when, you know, the rupee dollar wasn't going the way it is. I mean, now anything the government do will just seem very reactive, right? I mean, anything you do. But, you know, it is what it is. And maybe we will see some action coming in, although the room for any such action is extremely limited. I mean, GST revenues, direct tax collection, fiscal, I mean, we know the story. So we'll wait and watch.